Okay, hi everyone. So welcome to this video. I'm calling it Come to Ground. So what does grounding mean for you? What it means for me individually is that we can connect with the earth. So we really feel like our energy is coming from a place of feeling quite stable. So when I talk about being stable, I'm thinking about the root chakra being quite stable. So it's really good to actually begin to work with the feet. So that's exactly what we're going to do. If you've got a tennis ball at home, that would be amazing. And we're just going to use that for the first few parts of the practice. So if you start off by standing up, and we'll just have the tennis ball onto the mat, taking one of the feet just to roll the tennis ball through the arches of the foot, so it can feel really nice. This is a great one if you've got any problems with plantar fasciitis, or maybe it's just that the arch is quite inactive and it becomes a little bit kind of stiff in there. So really great just to kind of massage it out, get the blood circulating, begin to working into the fascia tissue of the plantar. So you're just going to take that over to the toes as well, just starting to roll through your toes underneath the padded part of the balls of the feet. And then taking it over to the heel, so I'm just going to place the heel on top and then kind of roll a little bit from side to side, forward and back. So yeah, really lovely to get some blood flow. Great, so we'll come over to the other side now and just do the same thing. So starting off with the arch of the foot. You're welcome to spend a bit longer doing this, I know it feels great. You might even notice that one side starts to feel a little bit more different than the other side, which is quite normal. So we often have sort of imbalances between one side of the body and the other. Maybe one side's more dominant. It's a really good sort of feedback mechanism, starting with the feet. So when you think about the meridian lines, the nerve endings, the circulation endings as well, so with the capillaries, blood vessels, etc. So we'll just come over to work on to the toes, the balls of the foot. And then over to your heels. So just finding that point of balance where you can get a little bit of pressure down when the ball kind of slips around a little bit. Okay, so the ball going over to one side, and then we're going to find ourselves in Tadasana. So another really grounding posture. We're going to bring the big toes to touch. The heels are slightly separated. Just coming to spread the toes, so you're fanning out the toes. Try and place the small toe down, followed by all the other toes, and then finishing off with that big toe. So even if it's just the intention to spread the toes rather than physically being able to do it, start to draw the tailbone down as the stomach scoops up. Draw the palms towards the front of the room, allow the shoulder blades to soften away from the ears. Lengthen into the sides of the neck. And then just feeling that the head is over the heart. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths in here. Long breath in. Full breath out. Inhaling. And exhale. The next breath in, inhale to reach and extend the arms all the way up over the head. On the exhale, we're going to come to bend the knees and fully fold over the legs. Maybe keeping that bend in the knees, just finding a Uttanasana, taking hold of opposite elbows as you sway from side to side. Head and neck to be relaxed, to be heavy. Allowing the weight of the head to draw down through the spinal column. Inhale, bring the fingertips down. So you're going to reach the chest forward, heart space lifts as the shoulder blades draw down the back into flat back. Lower 3 ribs drawing towards the back of the body to fill the space of the lower back. Exhaling to fold. Then we're just going to step both feet back, keeping the toes tucked and coming into tabletop. So if you keep the toes tucked under, just checking in that the small toes are also involved in this tucking. And we'll walk the hands back to sit the heels onto, the hips onto the heels. Find some length here into the torso once again, so the shoulder blades roll down and you separate through the collarbones. Nice full breath. And exhale. So we might start to take the fingertips behind, bringing a little bit more weight into the feet. If this feels like too much on the toes, it can be quite intense. Just lift the sit bones and walk the hands forward. So you might move between the two even, so just noticing what feels good on the body, so it shouldn't feel too intensive at this point. Okay, so we're going to come back to place the palms down next to the knees. If you take the tops of the feet down, just patting out through the tops of the feet. And then pressing into the tops of the feet, bring the hands down just slightly away from the knees and then lift up the knees so you're pressing into the tops of the feet. Nice stretch through the fronts of the shins. Maybe you can ease off by bringing the knees a bit lower. Long breath in. Put some weight into the hands so the torso is being supported. Deep breath. Exhale. Long breath in. And then exhale, releasing the knees down. So we're going to move between the two now. So coming to tuck the toes and to lift. Maybe taking the hands to prayer. One full breath in as you reach and extend through the spine. Exhale, bring the palms down, tops of the feet, lifting up through the knees. Exhale, coming down, retuck the toes, hands to prayer. Exhale, bring the palms down, tops of the feet to press. Exhaling down, tucking the toes. Exhaling down, pressing the tops of the feet. Okay, so we're going to leave that one there and come back into a tabletop position. Press down through the tops of the feet, maybe tapping once again if that feels good. Initiating some cat and cows, inhale to reach through the heart and to lift the tailbone. So controlled arch into the back, opening the collarbones. Exhale, chin to the chest, pressing the shoulder blades away from one another, inhaling to lift. Exhaling down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale, come back to the center. We'll tuck the toes under. Lift the knees so they're hovering about an inch away from the ground. Start to feel the engagement through the core. Full breath in, lift the space in between the shoulder blades, long breath out. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, press the hips back, slowly lift them all the way up into downward facing dog. So whatever you need to do here, what is the body feeding back to you? Perhaps walking out through your knees, maybe moving the head from side to side. Really coming to arrive and to ground in your downward dog. So through those 4 points of contact. Can the space become wider in between the shoulder blades? Can the tips of the shoulder blades feel like they're travelling straight back towards the hips? Can the tailbone stay extended? Take another full breath in. Exhale, bring the gaze forward and make your way into plank pose. Press back through the heels, feel the extension through the backs of the knees. Crown of the head reaching forward, lower through ribs, hugging towards the back of the body. Inhale to lift the hips high, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bringing the gaze forward as you slowly come into plank. And lifting the hips high, downward dog. So once more, inhale, coming into plank. So we're going to bend the right knee and then slide that knee in between the thumbs. Left knee, top of the foot coming down. So it's kind of like we're in low lunge. We're just going to bring the hands a bit further back so we can find a little bit of height through the lower spine. Draw the stomach towards the back of the body. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Deep breath in. Maybe the heart space can lift a bit higher. And then exhale, we're going to walk the hands forward. So we're just going to flow between the two. Inhale to come up, walking the hands back. So walk the hands and spread the fingertips wide, tuck the left toes. Inhale to press into the hands, draw the shoulder blades up, engage the core as you lift the thigh towards the chest. And then coming into three-legged dog. You're just circling out through your ankle, moving through the toes. Feeling that sense of grounding through all four corners, even though one leg is lifted. Inhale, bring that knee across the body towards your left wrist. So it's almost like you're in this mini kind of pigeon pose. We're going to allow the left knee to come down. And just taking a moment here to access the hips, but keeping the hips elevated. So it should be not as intense as a regular pigeon pose, but still feeling some access into the hips. Keep some weight into the hands here. And really breathing into any sensations that you feel. And take one more full breath in. And then in your exhale, retuck the left toes. Elevate that leg. Make your way back up into three-legged dog. And then we're going to bring the knee towards the nose, step the foot in between the hands. We're going to come into this kind of high-low lunge, so keeping it relatively low. Maybe bringing the hands to prayer as you press the elbows out. Finding that drawing back of the navel towards the space of the lower back. Reaching through the heart. Inhale. Exhale, extend the arms up, bringing the palms down. Inhale to reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, opening up through the chest, rib cage to expand. Exhale, bringing that palm back down. Make your way by lifting the foot up, keeping the knee towards the chest, three-legged dog. Inhale, bring the knee towards the nose, stepping the foot up, and then stepping the left foot up. I'm going to take the feet hip distance apart this time, spread the toes. Exhale to fully fold. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling to fold. Inhale to step back into our tabletop once again. Tops of the feet down. Inhale, we're going to tuck the right toes, press that heel back, and then spin onto the inside edge of that foot. So we're getting this opening through the pelvis as you reach the right arm, maybe all the way up to the ceiling. If you feel like you might need a bit of a wider base here for that stability, just take the left toes a little bit behind the knee. Maybe bring the gaze all the way up towards the right fingertips, thinking of the arms being in one long line. Open through the front of the body. Inhale. Exhale, maybe lifting the right foot away. Deep breath in. Exhaling. One more breath. Keep reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, making your way all the way back into tabletop position and just moving the hips from side to side, maybe the head and neck also. And then come back to the centre. So taking it over to the other side, left foot to reach behind. Coming to the inside edge of the foot, make sure the outer edge is still connected with that left foot. Take the weight over to your right hand. Spiraling the torso open towards that left wall. Inhale to reach the arm up. Maybe taking the right toe slightly further behind if that feels like you can create more space by doing so and more stability. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, maybe lifting the left foot, floating it just above. Deep breath in. Long breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, release the foot down, releasing the hand, making your way back to tabletop. And once again, just moving between the sides. Whatever feels quite intuitive here with the body. Coming to tuck the toes, elevate the knees, press the hips back, downward facing dog. Finding that maybe there's a little bit more space. If there's not, just continue to move. So we can create a little bit more space by becoming more in harmony, listening to the body. Full breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, bring the gaze forward, coming into plank nice and slowly. Lifting the hips up high as you ripple back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the gaze forward, coming into plank. Exhaling back up, downward facing dog. Once again, coming into plank, feeling each vertebrae move and arrive. Then come to lift the left toes, bend that knee down and slide the shin in between the hands. So just ignore the first bit there. So you're going to come up onto your fingertips, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Find that extension, that lift at the same time, really drawing the abdominals towards the back of the body. We'll start to walk the hands forward as you come to fold. So just moving through that flow, inhale to lift. Exhaling down. So the hips are probably going to stay slightly elevated here like mine. Inhale to lift. Try and keep the stability, the sense of grounding. Exhale. Inhaling to lift. And then this time bringing the whole of the palm to plum, roughly in line with that knee. Tucking the right toes, elevate that back knee, hug the thigh to the chest, and then extend the leg back into three-legged dog. And you're just moving out through that ankle joint, spreading the toes, getting that sense of breath coming to the very tips of the toes. Bringing the knee towards your right wrist. So making your way to that kind of mini pigeon pose. Just readjusting the hands so you feel that you can take a bit of weight into the fingertips here. So the hips are going to stay elevated, reaching up and out through the crown. Really grounding with the breath here, so as if the breath can travel down through the root chakra and come back to the earth. So with that sense of grounding and stability, it's almost like you can get a sense of freedom of breath into the upper portions of the body. Inhaling, exhaling, and maybe a bit more softness through the shoulders, deep breath, and exhale. Then coming to find your hands, grounding, tucking your right toes to elevate the knee. Hug that thigh towards the chest, press into the hands, make your way back into three-legged dog with control, with stability. Inhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Step the foot in between the hands. You're going to come to that kind of high-low lunge position, finding a prayer at the heart. Sinking the shoulders, drawing the stomach towards the back of the body, lifting through the back of the right leg, so nice and firm foundations. Deep breath. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Exhale, extend and reach the fingertips all the way up to the sky. Release the hands, place the palms to frame the foot. Inhale to spiral the chest as you extend the left arm up. Length through the back of the neck as you bring the gaze up towards the thumb. Deep breath, opening up through the intercostal muscles. Exhale, bringing that palm down. So you're going to come to step it back into downward dog. Inhaling. And exhale. So we're going to go ahead and bring the gaze up between the thumbs. Take a little bend in the knee. So you can either walk, step, or maybe float the feet up to the top of the mat, hip distance. Inhale into a flat back. Length and extension through the muscles either side of the spine. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Gathering the air between the palms, maybe bringing the palms to touch. Feel that long line of energy through the midline of the body and the rolling of energy down the back of the body. Exhale, bring the hands down through the heart and then release. Okay, so we're going to take a little bend in the knees here. Continue to have the arms extended. Start to bring the heart space forward and we'll come up onto the right tiptoes. So there's a bit of weight coming forward as we lift those tiptoes and we send that right foot back. We're going to ground that heel down now. So we're making our way into a warrior two. Breathing the arms out into that long T shape and just sensing that that right arm is in alignment with the left. Heart over the head and the head over the pelvis. Gauging that opening through the external rotation of the hips. The lifting through the right shin and into the thigh. Inhaling, keeping the gaze focused but soft over the left hand. Inhale to flip the left palm. And exhale, reverse that warrior, extending the arm back, keeping the right hand light to the touch on the leg. Deep breath. And exhale back to the centre, great. So we're going to come to now extend through the left leg. I'm just going to bring that right foot a bit closer in. Spreading the toes, we're going to keep that long T shape through the arms. So setting up for Trikonasana, reaching forward as we slide towards the left fingertips, flip the palms, making your way into your triangle pose, keeping the arms in that one long line. So the right hip is kind of rolling back with the energy as the left hip tucks under. Keep the left kneecap lifted as the soles of the feet suck into the mat. So that means the four corners are connected with the arches lifted. Inhale. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath. Reach back towards the right fingertips to draw you all the way out of the pose. Softening into the front knee. And then step the feet back to the front of the mat. We're going to come straight into Utkatasana with the feet hip distance apart. So we want to keep the knees at that equal distance, the inner thighs engaged, the tailbone rolling down, shoulder blades drawing down the back. Inhaling. Exhale, maybe sinking slightly lower, keep the length into the lumbar, arms reaching diagonally up, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. And then we're coming up to straighten a bit further, still keeping a bend. Extend the heart space forward. This time lifting up onto the left tiptoes, stepping it back with control, finding your way into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Shoulder blades roll down the back, reach and extend through the fingertips, lengthen into the back of the neck. Remembering that soft but focused face. Inhale. Exhale. So we're channeling that pranic flow of being strong, but at the same time, we're not so kind of focused on being strong that we're not able to move. If that makes sense. And come to flip the right palm. Reach the chest forward. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Full breath, feeling that rotation through the top right hand corner of the chest. Feet nice and firm along with the legs, so the foundation is strong, so the torso is free to move. Exhaling back, Warrior 2. Straightening up into the right leg. And then just bringing the left foot a bit closer and now parallel to the back edge of the mat. And your right heel in line with the arch, your left foot. Inhale to slide the chest forward. Flip the palms as you come into Trikonasana on this side. Taking the gaze up towards your left thumb. Rolling the shoulder blade back, deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhaling. Exhale. Try and keep the torso supporting itself. Full breath in. Exhale, reach back up towards the fingertips as you slide your way all the way out. Re-bend into that front knee. This time we're going to come to take the palms down as you come up onto the balls of the left toes, maybe sliding them back. So you've got more space to come back into plank. We'll come forward on the toes and then take the knees, the chest and the chin down to the ground. Inhale, slide the tops of the feet away. Press into all 10 toenails to lift the kneecaps in towards the thighs and then reach the sternum up. Keep the shoulders softening away from the ears. Exhale, bring the chin down. Retuck the toes. Make your way into downward facing dog. Inhaling. Long breath out. Inhale. And exhale. So inhale to lift the right foot up. And then bring the knee towards your nose. Slide the knee in between the hands with the heel towards your left wrist. I'm then going to come to bring the left knee underneath the right and the heel over to the other side. So we're lining up the knees. Coming into cow-faced pose. So Gomukhasana. The knees lining up. Maybe bringing the heels a bit closer. You might play with having a bit more flexion into the ankle joints. So that means that we're starting to engage the muscles rather than passively stretching. Draw the heart back and find that lengthening through the muscles either side of the spine. Okay, so I'm going to invite you here to perhaps stay where you are as an option. The other option is to begin to walk the hands forward. So we start to fold over our Gomukhasana legs. Maybe bending your elbows. You might find a little bit more that the head and neck can let go. Maybe that right hip can ground down a bit further when its tendency is to lift. So I find this a really amazing grounding pose, as well as just extremely opening for the hip area, the lower back. Also a great place of reflection, so a bit more introspective with this pose. And just really tuning into the breath and the body connection. And just very gently starting to find your hands, so I kind of like to just sway from side to side as I start to walk my way all the way up. I'm going to find that length and height through the back of the body, that imaginary cord running from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. And then bringing your left hand over the back of the right knee, the right hand to swim around the back. Find that extension once again to aid the twist, so this is the primary concern. On the exhale, maybe twisting a little bit deeper, really noticing what serves you here rather than thinking what the pose ought to look like in the mind's eye. What does the pose feel like? And take another full breath in. And exhale, coming back to the centre. So just going to come to sit back on the heels, leaning the weight into the hands as you switch the cross of your legs. So if you find that one side feels perhaps not so accessible to you right now, you can always extend that leg that's underneath and line the knees up here. So once again, just finding the breath, finding the sense of relaxation through the shoulders, through the neck as you walk the hands away. The forearms might come to touch the ground, the head just resting down wherever it hangs, giving permission to the neck to let go. So really just softening into this side, and the left hip become a bit heavier, and you give it more permission to feel safe and ready to relax. Just keeping the breath nice and fluid, nice and deep as we slow everything down. And beginning to find your hands once again, so as you come up, maybe just swaying with the torso as you come all the way back up, allowing the head and neck to remain heavy until at the very last they begin to stack on top of the shoulders. Finding that height and that length. This time the left hand's going to come around the back, the right hand around the back of the left thigh, the left hand swims around the back. Find that height, that extension, that grounding, that rooting by the sit bones, the root chakra, and then perhaps into twist. Maybe the twist can become slightly deeper as you hold for a length of time, but not fall forcing anything here at all, so just allow the body to feel ready, open, receptive to receive the benefits of this pose. Can the jaw relax here, the tongue to rest down in the lower part of the mouth. And slowly unravelling through the spine as you come all the way back. Just coming to release the legs out long now. So you can just move them from side to side, up and down. And making your way to a seated position that feels comfortable for you. Maybe Sukhasana with the flexion through your ankles, resting underneath the knee joints. Taking the backs of the hands onto the tops of the legs. The eyes closed or a soft gaze as you bring the heart over the pelvis and the head over the heart. Shoulders to become fully heavy and relaxed. Almost like the sides of the neck can grow longer and taller as the shoulders drop down. So this might just be an image in your mind's eye. Cheeks to feel soft. So taking another full breath in and a full breath out. Now just allowing the breath to drop, to come back to its natural flow. This natural residual pace in your body. And just bringing your hands to connect by the heart into prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. Taking this moment to feel that connection between the left and the right side of the body. And just really thanking your body for your practice today. So how amazing our body is in each and every individual way, and allowing us this freedom of movement and the ability to be able to clear our mind and our emotions with our movement. So movement can be our medicine. Namaste, yogis. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you can sign up to the YouTube channel, that would be amazing if you like this video and you'd like to watch more. Of course, if you have longer time for relaxation at the end of any of the practices, please feel free to do so, or if you wish to move into pranayama or other forms of allowing the nervous system to fully relax. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm Becky and you're tuning into Sanskar Yoga channel. Namaste.